Hello, I'm Dan Hawtrey. I'm the CEO and founder of Content Formula, and we're the company behind Xoralia, the policy management tool built for SharePoint and Microsoft 365. Today I'm excited to tell you that we've got a new release of Xoralia. But before I dive in, let's just recap on how Xoralia can help organisations manage their policies and procedures. A key issue that many organisations face with their policies and procedures is around organising them and storing them. Now, most companies these days want to store their policies and procedures inside their SharePoint environment, and this makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to go into the details of that now. However, a common problem with this is that your policies can end up spread around your SharePoint environment, and that makes it difficult for employees to find what they're looking for. Now, with Xoralia, it centralises all of your policies and procedures into one place, and that makes it easy for employees to find everything. So they can search for policies, they can browse them, and they can even ask questions of policies to get answers. Another key area where Xoralia helps is when it comes to attestations. Now, for regulatory and compliance reasons, organisations very often have to push out policies to employees and ask them to read them. Very often this is done in a very kind of manual and unrobust way. So they'll be using email or cascading policies down or printing them out and handing them out. Yeah, it's just not a very robust way of doing it. Now, what Xoralia does, it actually allows you to target specific policies to specific target audiences and actually asks them to read them and gets them to confirm that they've read and understood the policy. If you want to, you can also test understanding using the quiz functionality built into Xoralia. What's really cool about it is that it keeps a robust audit trail of everyone you've asked to read every policy. And that means that if auditors come in or you need to provide some kind of evidence that a policy has been read by a particular employee, then you can show that you've done that. Whether they're creating new policies or reviewing existing ones, organisations want to be able to do this in an organised and controlled way. And this means working to specific deadlines so that policies don't kind of fall out of date. It also means involving the right stakeholders, and it also means getting the right approvals from the right people before a policy goes live. Our latest release of Xoralia brings you built-in review and approval workflows. Now, you'll still be able to use Power Automate for your workflows if that's what you want to do, but we believe that the Xoralia built-in workflows are going to be way easier to use and much more flexible too. So for example, let's say you've got a policy that's up for review and one of your reviewers has gone away on annual leave. Well, you'll be able to swap that person out really easily with the Xoralia workflows. Similarly, let's say you've got a scenario where you need to add an extra approval gate for a policy before it goes live. You can do that with Xoralia too. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's going to be a lot easier to manage your policy creation and your policy review workflows with the new built-in Xoralia workflows. There's lots more to come with Xoralia. We listen to our customers carefully and introduce new features and tools on an ongoing basis. So for example, coming soon, we're going to have a mobile app for your frontline workers. So this means you can push policies and procedures out to frontline workers who are out in the field. And even if they don't have a Microsoft 365 license, they're still going to be able to receive those policies on their devices. We're also going to introduce my favourites, recommended policies, and also policy collections so that you can group policies into sets. We're going to improve search so that you can actually ask questions of policies and get answers. And also we're building new SharePoint web parts so that you can build sophisticated document management systems that have all of the Xoralia functionalities for controlling your documents. At Xoralia, we're aiming to be the most user-friendly and engaging policy management tool for Microsoft 365. So do come and ask us for a demo. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks.